no idea what's going on. What's going on? I have no idea what's going on. Is this still on? What's going on? I have no idea what's going on. Is this still on? What's going on? Ah, there we go. All right, can everybody hear me? Okay, something, I don't know what was happening. I have no idea. It was like the audio, and I appreciate people being here, but there was like so much that was going on. It was ridiculous. So I appreciate the people that stayed around here while I figured out what was happening. But yeah. AI took over. Seems like AI took over. All right. Let me set up subscribers only, and I don't know what the hell was going on. But I was supposed to go live a little bit earlier, but we got in pretty late last night, so I woke up kind of late. And Hayden was coughing all over the place. She was sneezing all over the place yesterday. And now, guess who caught whatever the heck was going on, because I'm, taking care of Hayden most of the time. It's me, if you haven't guessed that. So, got a little bit of a throat issue and nose issue and all of that stuff, but your mic doesn't sound like it's a condenser mic. It sounds like another device. Yeah, it was my camera for some reason. Directly from the camera. But now it's the condenser mic. So yeah. It sounds weird. Okay, finally. Great now. Great. Why did you guys sleep on Toad Killer? What are you talking about? All right. Let's see what people are saying. Salute, Matthew. How are you doing? What's your take on bad idea AI? Well, one, I haven't gotten into like anything crypto for like a week. I pretty much made that video. I made that video on, I think XRP
Adolfo
was like the last
Sierra
video.
donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Your thoughts on Shia token?
On Shia token? What's Shia token? Give me a second. I'll bring something up on the screen. I don't know what Shia is. Shiba Saga? Is that what that's supposed to be? Give me a second. I'll get into that in just a couple of seconds. But yeah, I think the last video that I made was on XRP, and I pretty much have been distant from YouTube for a week, which is not going to be great for revenue. But we were on vacation, and we were always we were ready to go and go to the parks and do all this other stuff, and I really didn't have any type of downtime to record anything. With how hot it was like 100 degrees, it felt like. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. The kids had a lot of fun, and I wanted to make sure that I was away from my phone, away from devices, and not spending all of my time, recording and whatnot. So, or even any of my time recording, even though I didn't have any time at all. I was trying to make sure the kids were doing what they were supposed to do and going places. We were out walking 30,000 steps a day, pretty much. But yeah, it was fun. So we are back live talking about Shibarium, talking about cryptocurrency, but we'll definitely get into a lot of different things. So I haven't had any time to go into bad idea AI. My overall thought about bad idea AI was that you could have some sort of gains from it, but I haven't really dove into what has happened in the last week, so I'll have to do that. But knew it. Hey Matt, all the burning of Shiba tokens or Shiba coins, how we how we still have 589 trillion. So the burning that we're showing, from what I've seen, has only been in the form of hundreds of millions. It hasn't been in the form of multiple billions, from what I've seen. I've heard of people saying that there's, I guess, multiple billions that are coming off. I've only seen hundreds of millions that are coming off. And even if you still have 1,000 trillion or 1,000 billions in 1 trillion. So it's a lot that you're dealing with there. So, yeah, that's kind of what we're dealing with. And I definitely will go into more with the burns in a little bit, and go through some videos with what's happening with burns. But yeah, we'll definitely revisit that as well. But let's see if this is right. So Shiba Saga, is this the right token? Let's make sure that this is the right one before we dive into it. Oh, it looks like we got a super chat. I am
Adolfo Sierra donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Yes, Shiba Saga Army is doing great. And thank you, Smile.
well, thank you for the super chats. I appreciate that. But yeah, Shiba Saga, if we look on the screen, is currently at 35% up in the last day. We are seeing the market cap that's not really adjusting, and that's probably because you don't really know what the full circulating supply is, just assuming that the total supply is out there, saying that you have 10 billion supply. The issue that you deal with, though, if you don't have the 10 billion out there, is dilution within the position. But let's assume that you do have it out there, which would mean the currently fully diluted market cap would be 5.1 billion. So there has to be a lot less that's out there. I would assume you're seeing like maybe 10%, maybe even less than that, that's actually out there to be at that price to justify that price. But you're currently seeing it up 35% at about 51 cents. If we look at history, let's look at the last, I guess, month, which we really don't have much history on. We literally have a couple of days where it went from 40 cents and rose up to about 58 cents. So you don't really have a lot of history to tell you where things are going with this position. But you can go day by day. I wouldn't say that, people go ahead and make a move into this, because being up 35%, it's difficult to find the ability to have some sort of a large return when you already have a decent sized return that's happened before. So you're saying the Shiba Saga army is doing great. I mean, it's really only been like a day that this has been fully released. Now, it is available in multiple places, I guess, right from the start, where you're looking at LBank, Bitmark, CoinW, so a lot of different places where you can buy it, with about $23.5 million worth of volume. So there is a lot that's going through there. Now, I don't know what the purpose of this is. At the core Shiba Saga game collections are many classics and casual games you already know and love, but with Shiba as the main character. Games in the collection share an on-chain interconnected system where users can earn and spend the same Shia token across every game and with every new release. In addition, a character / collectible NFT unlocked in one game will have a counterpart unlocked in the other game. Interesting. You got a child that's screaming upstairs, or very, very upset, and nobody's saying anything about it. She's very sad. I want to go and check to see what's going on. Maybe Harper did something. But yeah, I mean, let's see. Shiba gets pulled into Shiaverse, experience VR like never before after release of our first batch of games from the saga. Our team will start full production on Shiaverse and VR metaverse. Now, even though it could have some sort of larger impact, right, and you could see some amazing tokenomics from this overall position, as an investor, I always look at a play and I'm like, well, does this make sense? As seeing it up 35 or 37%, does this make sense to invest more money into it? So for me, honestly, it doesn't look like an investable time. It may be an investable position, but it doesn't look like a time to where I would put money into because it is up 37%. Does that make sense? But it doesn't mean that it's completely worthless and that you wouldn't end up getting into that position. Now, it is falling or trying to feed off of the Shiba name, which is something I really don't like, but as long as you can have, an overall valid use case in the end and have a reason to why it is up at a higher market cap, that totally makes sense. So hopefully that works. Why is this cat meowing a lot? Everybody's making noise. Everybody's making noise. What's the deal with Shibarium? So I'm trying to kind of figure that out. So from what I understand, it has gone live again. I can't get in. I've never been able to get in. I've tried on vacation. I've tried here. And every time I go, I get a black screen. Or I guess you can call this black. Some people might call it blue. Oh, I guess I just got in. So after refreshing, like literally after refreshing, I end up getting into a secure network and earn rewards with Shibarium staking. 12 total validators. You're looking at how much bone that's staked, and you're seeing about 15.9 million that is staked. Let's see. Last checkpoint, you got 807. Checkpoint intervals, 24 minutes. Yeah, I haven't been able to get into here, and this is literally the first time I'm making any type of move into Shibarium. So this is interesting. Now, from what I understand, again, I've been kind of distant from YouTube, which I know it sucks. Being distant from YouTube, especially during this time period where Shibarium is, live, but then not live, and then live again. So we'll definitely keep everyone updated as to what's happening as soon as I, break down all of this news. Daisy, what is your issue? What do you need? She's just so loud. She's so loud. Hey, Matt, what do you think about the last moves from Elmo ERC? I don't know if they made any other moves after what I've already talked about. Daisy, you need to go. You need to go. Get out of here. Get out of here. Stop meowing. She's so loud. No, she's good. Hayden's good. She was just sad, probably something from what Harper did, but Erica's upstairs. It's not just me down here. I made 150K in one day. Really? On this play, that's fantastic. But just because you make 150K doesn't mean everybody can make 150K. But you can find the right time to invest. It's so tricky to find a solid strategy with a solid investments, because if you play everything that same way, let's say you did see something that was up 35% and you made $100,000 on that play. If you decided to do that every single time, more likely than not, you will lose a lot of that money, just because at the time of you investing, you're investing in at a 35% gain or 50% gain, which when you see gains like that, you see retracements. So I'm not doubting that you made a lot of money, but you made a lot of money and others would be getting in at the peak point to where you end up selling the position. And now you're making a lot of money via realized profit while other people are struggling and losing money from where they invested at the peak points. So for things that have already moved and you've already made money, other people that get in after the fact may end up losing money and have a bigger chance of doing that. So if they continue to play or find plays that are up 35% or 50% or 70% or 100% or 200%, they're going to end up losing all of their money by investing after something already has blown up. You don't invest after something has blown up. You invest before something has blown up. With all the companies that enter the metaverse, with all the companies that enter the metaverse, burn $25,000 worth of SHIB for the signing. Seems like I heard that in the past. I haven't looked at it, so I don't know. SHIB is a joke. I don't think SHIB is a joke. Doge was created as a joke. SHIB was created to kind of fight Doge, honestly, and be better than Doge. But now it seems like Leash is the Doge killer. What do you think about Elmo ERC? I haven't seen what they've done with Elmo ERC. I haven't seen if they've done anything extra, and also where the price is. Because I haven't sold any Elmo ERC. We're currently sitting at about a half a penny, down 3%. We're seeing about $500,000 worth of volume, while you have MEXC that's listed here with $100,000 worth of volume. I feel like the moves that they made, I don't really fully agree with. And I've said this in the past. The move that they made to have, sorry, I'm still hearing Hayden upstairs. And maybe I don't know. Let me check. Give me a second. I will come back to this and I will revisit it. Also, I have a super chat here that apparently didn't show up as a text to speech for some reason. So I will address that as well.
My Walk Productions C2M donated $5 through Super Chat. Sup Matt, what's your thoughts on bidet? Thanks for all you do. Feed your cat. Open mouth smile.
Feed your cat. And you mean bad AI. I don't know why it said bidet. Bidets are great, right? So you use it, it sprays water up there. Anyways, no, bad AI. I have to get into that, but give me a second to go through Elmo ERC. It seems like she's fine. That I heard Erica talking to her, but she's just sad about everything. It's probably because she didn't get a nap the whole entire time. But anyways, Elmo ERC. I'm not really a big fan of what they did. Taking away the burns on all CEXs. That's not something I'm a fan of at all. The reason why Elmo ERC was different for me is because it was changing the game for a lot of the CEXs and making them live with the burn tax. But the fact that, you fold for something like MEXC, which has only produced $100,000 worth of volume, if that, it's not great, especially in a downtime in the market. You never know where the market's going. You want to stick to your guns, but you're listing on an exchange to hopefully get millions of dollars when they give you less than what you have on Bitmart, or less than what you have on LBank, or less than what you have on Bitforex. Every single platform besides Uniswap is better than the tier 1 or tier 2 exchange. So it's not something that I love. I absolutely don't like it at all, because it changes my mindset in what I thought was so strong in Elmo, and now it turns it into every other cryptocurrency that doesn't have a burn tax on these platforms. And you live and learn from your mistakes. I still have Elmo ERC, but I was paid a certain amount for a review, for being a part of it, because I wanted to be a part of it. I asked them, look, I love what you guys are doing here. I love this concept. And now it's like, you changed everything. I don't love this concept. Do I still want to be a part of it, honestly? And as an investor, I want to be a part of it that way. But I don't feel the same way like I felt when it first started. Not saying like all the hype has died away or anything like that. It's about the concept. I was very, very strong on the concept, and everybody knew it when DJ Trev brought it my way and said, look, you're going to love this concept and what they're doing. And they have a lot of connections. They're going to be able to build this on exchanges. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. I love it. I want to be a part of it. How can I be a part of it? Now they change things, and I'm like, well, it's like every other crypto, right? It's not hyper deflationary anymore. And I don't know what they're going to do if they backtrack or if they did backtrack. But from what I understood, in order to list on MEXC, you took away all of the other taxes on every other platform. Now, if they didn't do that, please let me know. But that's something that doesn't feel right with me. Now, I still have my Elmo ERC. I have all of it, which is 220,000. But it's not something that I feel I strongly about, because I was a big fan of the hyperdeflationary, aspect to it, the burns, the attachment to CEX is where the money is, and now we're going to only where the money really isn't, which is Uniswap or the DEX side of things. So that's my thoughts there. Now let's get into bad AI a little bit. I know a lot of people are looking to see what has happened here and if people believe in this position. So let's look at a breakdown currently and what it is. So you're seeing about 5% or 6% increase on the day, up to about a $57.7 million market cap. And its big selling point is having the connections with, Shiba. And any type of, Shiba Inu connection is always going to create some sort of hype, some sort of traction. And like, is this the beginning stages to what we can get with Shiba Inu? And honestly, I don't think it's the beginning stages to what you can get with Shiba Inu, but creating a connection anytime you see Shiba Inu that's going to move, bad idea AI, somehow will be mentioned and somehow will move as well. Now, currently seeing about $2.2 million worth of volume. I wish I could see the breakdown, day over day over day to see how that has changed, but they've removed that, and I don't know where they put it. If we look at the markets available on, it seems like it's available on more and more markets. You're mainly looking at some big, DEXs like Shiba Swap, right? Uniswap. But then when you go to the CEX side, you're looking at Bitmart and, BitGet that have the most volume that's there. And then Super X, having about 3.7 million, but that's also an asterisk. So how much of that is real? Even with everything else, how much of that is real as well? You're seeing about 64% of the supply that's out there, which is not horrible. Could be worse. It could be 10%. It could be 20%. It could be 1%. So you still have some form of dilution that you really have to worry about with this position. But it's definitely something that has a lot of people's attention, and if we're going to see things increase. So let's look over the last month. We've seen this increase up to 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 zeros and 19. And all the way down to a low about 7 zeros and 7 zeros and a 6. And now you're seeing this up to that 6 zeros level again, right? Up to 9 or 10, and see it break those levels again. So right now it's like, is it on a way back or is it on a way to climb? Now, again, if we look at this over the last year, I guess it would be a couple of months of its existence. We've seen this hit that high point before it's starting to decrease. Now we're seeing it kind of create lower highs, maybe even creating lower lows. But it did break a certain level, maybe creating a different channel instead of seeing this channel. But typically you see more lows that are happening here. It's already up 2,196% in the last year. Now, I'm not saying it's not going to get to that level. I'm not saying it's not going to get to a higher level, because anytime Shiba Inu does move, anytime Shiba Inu does push up a hell of a lot, you should see bad idea AI move with it. But where is the end point going to be and where it has fallen, right? Are we going to see this drop down lower here? But this is kind of that lower point that we saw when Shiba Inu was when they launched Shibarium, and the day after, where you saw things kind of tank. So it could be this is the lower point and we're still at a lowish point, and we could see this absolutely push through this point. But don't think that you're going to get the beginning of Shiba. It's at a $57 million market cap, and it's going to get to a $57 billion market cap, or $5.7 billion market cap. Just take it for what it's worth, and you might see a 2x or 3x return. And, maybe you'll see more than that, but I always look for people to find smaller profits, especially around popular positions rather than just, in the popular positions. Hopefully that works for you. But thank you for the the super chat. I appreciate that. How come Shiba Inu is lower with Shibarium than before it came out? I'm not in market. Wait, it's not a market situation for sure. Where are all those gains that people were talking about? Talking all the time. Bone couldn't touch even $2. So the issue that you have with Shibarium, right? One, it is a big, the down market is a big point in why things have not, increased. It's overall, right? It's not just Shiba Inu. If it was just Shiba Inu, then it was a buy the rumor, sell the news, or sell the news hard, right? Now, people were expecting some sort of pump that was from this because it's a very popular position. When you have those popular positions, you were expecting to see the market react to what's there, right? And when you have that and people are making billions of dollars from it, overall, not saying each person is making billions of dollars, just overall, that flows back into the market, which pumps other altcoins and pumps even Bitcoin. But the issue is that we didn't see that. We saw the launch of kind of Shibarium, but the botch launch of Shibarium, which anything that is botched as a launch, you're not going to see that second launch be as I don't know what word to look for this, but you're not going to see that second launch be as profitable for people, right? Because if you see that bot's launch, now the second launch, people are like, is it really going to launch? I'm kind of tentative here. I'm kind of like, wondering if it's actually going to happen, if it's actually going to have an impact. And we saw this increase, or we saw everything increase during that first initial push, right, before things actually launched. And then when things did launch, the market wasn't in the best spot. Things came down, people got worried, they sold off, and now you see the second launch, which you're not seeing a bigger pump here that's happening anyway. Now what you want to see is burns, so people also want to know about what's happening with the burns, and you're not seeing the level of burns that you thought you would see as well. So there's a lot that's going into it, but mainly I would say it's surrounding the market. It's just like what you had with Ethereum. So Ethereum merge is probably one of the biggest things we could get in the form of news, in the form of updates and development in crypto. And we didn't really have much that happened with the merge because the markets weren't really flowing in the right way, right? It's going to play catch up, and that's exactly what it did. Same thing goes for, like I said, Shibarium here. Same thing goes for the Litecoin halving. Same thing goes for XRP news. XRP is back down to 50 cents, I believe. Yeah, XRP is back down to 51 cents after increasing up to 95, after increasing basically 100%, almost 100%. It's back down to 51 cents, and that's because of the market. It's not because of it's not just because of XRP or Shibarium and, seeing where Shiba Inu is. It's not because of, Shibarium. It's because of everything in the market. So it's definitely a problem. Picked up a copy of my local newspaper. Honestly, had forgotten that print news existed. I will hold my Elmo bag and continue to invest in Quant and CRO and Jasmine. Yeah, so I'm holding my Elmo bag as well. Honestly, I still want to believe in the group and the people that are making the decisions behind the scenes, because they've made great decisions up to, and again, it's not my project. I can't change anything. I can't influence their decision and what they're deciding to do. I can't. So it's all based on what they want to do and what they see for the project. And if they see this as the best fit, then they go with it. I'm not going to sit here and be like, either you do this or I'm gone type of thing. I mean, if I truly felt that way, then I could do that. But even if, they're still going to be like, all right, well, bye. It doesn't matter what I say. I have no right to make any type of decision. I can give my opinions. And the reason why I give my opinions is just to let people know how I feel about the decisions that they have made. They are the team. I'm not the team. They are the decision makers. I'm not the decision maker. So I'm going to hold on. Like I said, I'm going to hold on to the Elmo bag because while some of it was amounts that I've purchased, most of it was amounts that they've given me. Now, it was worth about $6,000 at one point, which I think is it. That's well worth a review or partnership here. But a lot of times when I have a partnership or any type of partnership, I let it run its course, and hopefully we can see the decision makers make the right decision. Now, they haven't really been making the right decision, in my opinion, right? And again, it's not my project, but I feel like I know popularity. I feel like I know where we can go, but the only thing I don't understand is how the money situation is in the background, right? If they're not making enough money to sustain the project and keep things going, then they have to find a way to do that. So I don't understand their money problem. They haven't ever brought it to me. And if they brought it to my attention, I probably could find a way to fix, everything that's there. But my solution in the beginning was stop spending money on DEXs. Just stop spending money on the DEX side. Yes, establishing what will be, but we don't need to spend money on the DEX side. Money that flows through CEXs is where the money is. So if you could find a way to, feed the system through that side, that would be the best case scenario. But we'll see how all of it shakes out. I'm just not a fan of not burning. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate all the 95 people that are here. And if you guys want to hit the like button, please do so. It does help out the channel. And thank you for the super chats, guys. I appreciate that as well. Pepe to the moon, but the rocket boosters are broken. You got to fix them. Matt meant to ask you, how was your vacation? It was good. Kids enjoyed it. Harper's favorite ride was Guardians of the Galaxy. She was able to ride a lot because she's like 47 inches tall. But she wasn't able to ride Rock and Roller Coaster, which I think she would have had fun. But I'm also glad that she didn't ride it either, because there were like kids on there that didn't look like they were strapped in, and it goes upside down. So it seems like they'll just like drop to the top of the shoulder press or whatever that is. I even had trouble getting it down because I'm tall. So I had to scoot down in order to bring it down so that it actually was on my lap. But so it was like over my shoulders, but this was so like hard that it didn't come all the way down here. So I was a little bit loose, but we're still good. But yeah, her favorite ride was Guardians of the Galaxy. She loved it. She was like, "Can we go on it again?" I was like, "No, they have a virtual queue, so we would have to get into the virtual queue another day. We can only go once per day." But she had a lot of fun going on that. She had a lot of fun on, I'm trying to think of, Everest. She rode that twice, and at one point she was like, "That's my favorite ride," and then she rode Guardians, and she was like, she was like, "I want to go on Guardians every time. Can we do it again and again and again?" I was like, "Yeah, if you have an ability to get there, once they take away that virtual queue, we can ride as many times as we want." Impressed? What are you impressed with? Markets don't mean anything? What do you mean markets don't mean anything? The market means a lot. People being mad at Bud Light has been saving me a lot of money with all the deals on it recently. I got an 18 pack for roughly $5 last night. I'm not a Bud Light drinker, but it's great. 17 Bud Lights equals approximately 147 bathroom trips. Believe it or not, it was only 146 bathroom trips. Now I'm very impressed. Heck yeah, I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. It was fun, yeah. They only let you ride it once a day. Yeah, because it gets too busy. So apparently, no, it's I now have a cough because of Hayden. And Hayden's perfectly fine. Yesterday she was sneezing all over the place, coughing and doing all this extra stuff. Now she's perfectly fine. It's like kids get over colds like that, and you know, adults when it hits us, it's like a week, maybe 2 weeks. So I hope this is like nothing and I don't have an issue here because I don't want to have to deal with a cold in the summertime. 2.5 million Elmo has been burned in the last 7 days. 380K burned in the last 24 hours. Hi Matt. How well do you think Shibarium will change the price of Shiba Inu to the top side, like drastically, or are we just going to a normal flow? Do I think Shibarium will change the price of Shiba Inu? I mean, in theory, it should, right? Because Shiba Inu should be a lot more active on Shibarium. It should be how everybody thinks it is. Now, I never thought that. I honestly don't know why you would even need to make these moves and make these transactions and move your Shiba Inu over to Shibarium. If you can buy directly on there, it's a different story, but I haven't seen that yet. So, in theory, it should change the price of Shiba Inu and create an impact to it, but not with the market, going the way that it is. So we won't see the true impact to or from Shibarium when we could see a normalized market, right? Something that's either, flat or a slight increase, something that, looks normal. Right now, seeing things like Solana down 3.6%, or seeing Shiba Inu down 1%, 1.3%, it's sort of flat for some things right now, especially seeing the overall market down by less than 1%, but still seeing it at about a $1 trillion market cap versus the 1.1 or $1.2 trillion market cap. You want to see that consistent growth. The consistency tells you everything, and it's consistently decreasing. So you can't really get a true breakdown of exactly where Shibarium is going or how the impact of Shibarium will be. I think Shibarium ecosystem will evolve into its own Amazon, and Shib will be the main currency though. Amazon and Shib will be the main currency. I don't know what you're getting at. What happened? Terra Station doesn't open. Well, I haven't had my computer open, so let's see if Terra Station opens. So it looks like my Terra app is not opening. I'll have to explore exactly what's happening to that. Let's see if the app on my phone is working. It's not working on the computer, but let's see if my phone is working right now. Doesn't look like it. I don't know if they're having like technical issues or something, but yeah, I don't know. Yo, what's going on? That's 100% true. Cold sucks. Cold sucks butt. Yeah, it does. What happened to Terra Station? It doesn't open. Yeah, it's not opening for me either. We'll have to look at that. How much do you personally own? Jasmine is going to be making moves soon. Render as well. I haven't checked out. Like I said, I have been removed from a lot of things. Pepe being down 16% is, pretty crazy. But let's look at Jasmine really fast. I mean, currently we're seeing this at I don't know why this is like backwards. Yeah, it's backwards. Maybe because of upstairs. But anyways, currently we're seeing it at about 33% of a penny. and seeing it at a the volume decrease of about 10%, seeing it at $14.1 million. So it's getting to a point, actually it was at a point, maybe a little bit lower, where we're looking for a good level to purchase at. So 33% of a penny has been a really low point for a Jasmine coin. 31, almost 32 was the lowest point that we've seen, but we've seen it up to 34, almost 35. And now it's sitting at about 33. So if you wanted to buy 100,000 Jasmine coin, you can get it for $330 plus whatever fee is on that platform. So it's not bad. Now that Shibarium is out, how soon do you think we will start seeing bone upward? We'll see. I want to know what you mean by market means nothing. Bro, did you go to a theme park? That's COVID Central. Yes, I went to a theme park. And this was crazy. The one night, because we went to after hours and all that stuff. So the one night, we were going through like the line to get into the after hours, rides and all that stuff while people were leaving. And it was just the worst thing I've ever dealt with. It was like people that were jammed. It was like a traffic jam, but with people. I've never dealt with something like that. But we got through, hugged the wall, and then went to where we needed to get to. And we ended up riding Tron, which was fun. If you haven't rode Tron, I think you should definitely do it. And if you're going to do it, don't lay down. Lift your head up and feel the wind coming at your body. Now that Shibarium is out, how do you think we will start to see bone upward? I was going to answer that question. So Shibarium is out, right? But with the relaunch, right? So that takes away from any type of hype that we had before, or a lot of hype that we had before. And with the markets not really flowing in the right direction, it depends on the markets, honestly. Every single big thing that we've seen has not had the impact that we expected it to have, not because those people were wrong. We should have had those impacts, but we should have had those impacts if the market is consistently growing, right? Getting to a level where we've seen the bottom and now we're seeing it consistently increase, but we're not seeing that, right? If we look at, Bitcoin overall, let's look at all history, right? We've seen this increase to different levels, whereas at 65, what it went to 69, decreased all the way down here, and now we're on this road to increasing, right? It's a slow, gradual increase, and people believe that we're going to drop lower than this, lower than the 15K that it got to. But either way, it's up a hell of a lot from if we could buy it back then when it was 6 cents and being worth 69,000, or even being worth 25,000 or 26,000. That'd be fantastic. But we saw this level not breaking the 30 level. I think it did break the 30 level. It got to like 31 or 32, but it's not really showing here. But we want to see that consistent gain. So it is on an uptrend right now, even though we've seen things that have decreased from that 30 level, and everything is falling with it. All coins are falling a lot more, but we're seeing that overall when we look at the market, on more of an uptrend versus being in a downtrend. If we look at it bigger picture, smaller picture, it's definitely a more of a downtrend right now. Hey Matt, do you know what happened at the PAL meeting? I did not know what happened. If you could tell me. Yeah, it seems like Terror Station is not opening. It's not opening for me. Guys, if you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, please do so. It does help out with growth of the channel and everything. You can go back to the creator dashboard and everything. You can go back to the creator dashboard and everything. You can go back to the creator It's like picking up all the audio. Yeah, I don't know why. It's picking up all the audio. it's it's not letting me go back to the creator dashboard, and it's not showing the video to where I can exit. I don't understand. All right, whatever. We'll just deal with it over here because I wanted to see if there are any viewers or anybody over on Kick, but it's just not working the right way. Jeez. Terror Station has been down a while. Maintenance issues. Yeah, it seems that way. I know we all want crypto to go up with whatever Powell has to say. But what are your thoughts? Is going to is it going to be a good or just level? Is it going to be good or just level? I don't know. I don't know what he's speaking about or spoke about. I don't know. A follow-up question. How exactly do you stake Bone on Shibarium? Its its functionality isn't exactly clear. So I want to go through it. This is literally the first time getting into Shibarium, but I'm sure it's not a difficult process. I would imagine. Let's see if you go in here, staking, send and receive crypto assets on a Shibarium network. So I would have to dive into it, and I don't want to sit here and connect the wallet while I'm live on screen because I don't want to go through that whole process and have people, have me show something that I'm not supposed to show. So I don't know, but I will definitely dive into it and go into a little bit more with Shibarium as I'm in it, right? Because I couldn't get in it for a while, and I think that was the main issue there. So look out for the video going through Shibarium's functionality and all that stuff. But right now, I don't really have anything. I got COVID at Disney World last year. It was terrible. We had on masks and everything. Yeah. So from what I understand, having many people in my family in the medical field, um, it's a lot more mild of you know form of COVID. While you still have COVID, it's still not as aggressive to where people are hospitalized for it. It's more like a common cold, honestly, and people can test positive for it. And it's something that now, obviously, previous forms of it were more aggressive. So last year, years before that, you have issues with that. But from what we understand, people are coming in, they get tested positive for COVID, and they're going through all the standard procedures, but it's not as aggressive as it was before. So but yeah, I don't know. More like a money grab. What do you mean more like a money grab? Who's ringing the doorbell? Why is someone ringing my doorbell? Eric will get it. Unless nobody's here. Actually, they might not be here. Give me a second. Yeah, it's like my microphone is picking up absolutely everything, and it shouldn't, because it's a condenser microphone, so it's weird. And I think it's probably because it's connected to my Streamlab is connected to the computer upstairs. So when I edit anything in the computer upstairs, it edits this one, which is weird. Sorry, I'm just eating an amazing chocolate chip cookie. Well, sorry. Triple chocolate cookie. Come on my show and we'll talk markets. I would. I don't have time to do it. The reason why I don't have time to do it, the reason why I'm doing this is it's like a strength of fingers. I don't know why I do that. But I don't really do like collabs type of things because I can't commit to a time. I can say, hey, I can do this, and I can't really do that. So lately it's been pretty much since Harper's been home, and since now we're gonna have Hayden home half the time. It's difficult to figure out different schedules, and I'm always like, oh yeah, I can do this time, and then I can't. I'm like, oh, I can do this time, and then I can't. I don't want to cancel on people a billion times. So but I do appreciate the invite and everything, and I'm sure you have a great show. You have a channel where you talk about markets and crypto and stock markets. Gorilla Mind over Prime. Yeah, I like Prime. Prime is okay. Don't forget to grab a bag of Elmo before the markets recover. NFT staking is now live. I know you said something about Elmo burning a lot, and that would be great if Elmo is burning a lot. Is that coming from standard transactions, or where is that coming from? Because I want to know all the different detail of that. Duplicate. Let me go to Elmo. Let's go to elmo.io. How much has been burned? So total supply is looking at about 354 million. So total burn in the last 7 days, 2.5 million. Total burn in the last 24 hours, 379,000. So that's good to see that those burns are happening. Total holders 3,453. I do want to see like where those burns are coming from. What's the largest burns that we've seen go into that position? So let me go to Elmo ERC and see what's happening here within the contract. NFT staking is burning, so that's where it's coming from. Is NFT staking? Take some garlic, bro. I've tried all the remedies. Just let it live its life. Let's see. Where's the 0 transaction going to the null wallet? So it looks like you saw 13,000 that hit from NFT staking. It looks like a lot of the NFT staking is doing the burning. So that will consistently burn for a lot. So 8,000, 1,300, 19,000 that's happening there, 13,000 that's happening there, 9,000 that's happening here, 12.8, 20.4, 30.1. So you're seeing a decent amount that's coming out of, this is just that's not NFT staking that's there, but this is NFT staking. You're seeing some more NFT staking. So, yeah, it looks like that's the biggest impact that we are seeing with that's going into the null address, decreasing the overall supply, and seeing 69,000 that went through a transaction to the null wallet, 13.2 that's going through a transaction as well, seeing 25 that's going through on a swap. So yeah, that's good to see. It's good to see that they're still burning a decent amount. You know, before we saw these exchanges, they were burning a lot. I just want to see every transaction have a factor in that. Now, again, not the largest fan of, taking away those burns that are happening with CEXs. But if you could find a way to continue to burn, this is why you try and believe in what they are doing, and this is why I'm not a decision maker. I'm a person that says my opinions that are online. So hopefully Elmo can fully recover from this and does have a larger impact, and we see it all just run absolutely to a whole nother level, and we see more burning that's picking up and a decrease of the supply underneath the 300 million level. That would be fantastic, but only time will tell. So currently sitting at 354 million total supply. Added percentage to your normal staking when it's live with the NFTs. All right, guys, I think we're over the hour mark. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out my Kick channel, my Twitch channel. We're not going to be live on Kick for a little bit. I know you guys are expecting the Kick only lives that we do, but we're not going to do that today because we did live stream later, and we were expecting to live stream earlier, but couldn't do that. Was sleeping in because we got in at 1 in the morning yesterday. So kids were sleeping in as well. I slept in, which only meant that I slept in until about 8:30, but then got them ready at like 9:30 or something. And yeah, we had to get Emmy, and now Emmy's back home. But yeah, anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Make sure you check out the videos that I'm going to post later on any channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.